Okay, so in Devonport and about to get back on the ferry to head back to Melbourne, to Geelong. That's our boat. On to the bateau. Goodbye, Tasmania. You were amazing. All right, good morning. And we are back in Geelong. Took the overnight ferry. So let's get off the boat and then it's 6 o'clock in the morning, so like nothing's going to be open for probably 3 hours. Not quite sure what to do, where to go, how to play it. Maybe I'll go right to Michelin. Literally no idea where I'm going. I might end up just going back to Melbourne. Yeah, I'm going to head to Melbourne and I'm going to go to the Michelin head office. There's no point hanging around in Geelong for 3 hours, that's for sure. So as soon as I can figure out how to turn around, I'm going to do that. Okay, good morning. It is, I don't know, I think it is Saturday. Whoa, fucking idiot. Wow. Oh, it is Saturday morning. I'm in Melbourne, 18 degrees. I think it's the 22nd or 20. Yeah, I think it's. I am making my way to Phillip Island today to see Mark Braxey, motorcycle commentator for races and stuff, and I met him at the Adelaide Motorsport Festival. I had a good time here in Melbourne this time. I saw Zoran, who is the husband of Maya, who I knew a little bit in LA like 25 years ago. That's crazy. And he took me around Melbourne yesterday. We had a good time. Took me to a really cool little Italian restaurant, which of course I can't remember the name of. Apparently the owner of the establishment, one of the old guys, was murdered in a robbery a number of years ago. Anyway, it was cool. It was a great, almost like a diner, but Italian food. I also photographed Johnny G.
Hello, Johnny G here, Melbourne, Australia, Naked Racer Motor Co.
Super interesting guy, really kind. And I also photographed the guys from Irving Vincent, which I really wanted to photograph, really wanted to see their shop.
Barry Horn is my name, in business here with my brother Ken.
That was very cool as well.
Continue on State Route 3 for 6 kilometers.
So it's been pretty productive. Anyway, it's a beautiful day today. It looks really nice. And I have about a 2-hour ride, although Mark doesn't want me there until 2 o'clock. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I get in that area. Maybe I'll just tool around, go see the racetrack or something. And then I'm going to start working my way up the coast. And that's pretty cool. I've been looking forward to that. I feel like I've been in the Melbourne, Tasmania area I have been for over 2 weeks. I've managed to secure Troy Bayliss for a photo, which is awesome. And just last night, or just this morning, I was able to confirm Mick Doohan. Anyway, that's it. That's the record, and just cruising to Phillip Island. Okay, so I'm going over the bridge. I think I got San Remo behind me or something. Anyway, this is Phillip Island that we are coming into. And we'll give it a little of this action. The old 360 camera. Yeah, so this is Phillip Island. Information on the left. I could camp here if I want. I don't know if I want to camp here tonight. I hope I get further than here. That might be the only way off. It'd be cool to find a massage place. Yeah, anyway, clearly I could camp here if I want, although I'd like to get further away from here tonight. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I don't know what time it's going to end with Mark. There's a good chance I might have to just sort of stay here tonight. So I'm just coming into a campsite. Beautiful roads, amazing areas. I'm making my way up to Sydney now. And I'm about, I don't know, an hour and a half maybe from Phillip Island, going up the coast. And Wiki Camps said there's a campsite here, so I don't know what the hell's going on here. I came all the way out here for this. It's not even a fucking campsite. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is this campground? What? No, 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 you fucking don't. Fuck. Fuck, man. Fuck. The fuck? How you doing? Good, so this is a camp spot, yeah? Okay, I was a little confused. I was driving around. My map took me down the road there. And I was like, where the fuck am I going? So, cool.
I think it's either in here or in that paddock there, or apparently there's another section up there somewhere.
Huh. Are you cool if I just put it over there?
Absolutely, you're in a tent or something.
Yeah, just a tent.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Do you mind our music?
Not at all. Oh,
Sorry?
it's a camera, a 360 camera. Yeah, I'm set up. I'll talk to you in a sec, maybe.
Goodbye.
All right, so I am in the little town of Mirbu North, and I camped last night, not too far from here. Lovely little camp spot in this woman's yard, essentially, and was $20 for the campsite and $10 for the toilet and the shower. Just another upsell. And just had breakfast at this lovely little Lamsley's. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. And anyway, now I'm heading off for this heavy bike. Yeah, cute little town, Mirbu North.
In 300 meters, turn left onto Strzelecki Highway, Thorpedale Road.
So the goal of today is to go to the snowy mountains.
Turn left onto Strzelecki Highway, Thorpedale
Look at all these
Road.
bikers. And all these, Mark Braxey gave me
Continue
the
on
route today.
B460 for 30 kilometers.
So this should be a nice route, nice road. Lots of curvies. This snowy mountain is supposed to be really beautiful for riding. And the total goal for the end of the day is, I think, a town called Kuma. And then when I come down from there, it should be a straight shot into Sydney tomorrow. Not in like 10 minutes, but maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. And then I'll be in Sydney. Just thought I would record a little bit more on the Snowy River Mountains here. The roads are beautiful. Pretty tired today. Didn't sleep very well last night. It was so cold. So I'm just trying to take it easy. Just about 3 o'clock. Now it's 24 degrees, so it's gotten pretty nice. I'm at the verge of wanting to take off my Moscow Merino wool jumper. I'll probably ride for another hour, give or take, and then start looking for a campsite. Unless it's cold, maybe I'll stay in a hotel. Met a guy at the campsite last night who's biking on a bicycle, and he is going to be heading to Peru the end of April, on the 20th of April or something. He said for about 4 months to bicycle to Machu Picchu and then the Amazon. Pretty wild. We were looking at the stars last night. The sky was just amazing stars, and it's so interesting. On this part of the world, you just have all these different stars, which, that's how it is. But there was the Southern Cross, and there was some dark emu that was visible that you could see in the some really cool stuff. And then I downloaded this app that allows you to sort of see all the astrological signs when you point it at a star. No Big Dipper, no North Star on this side of the planet. You can see the Milky Way so bright. So Mark Braxey is trying to get me to Troy Corser. I've already got confirmation of Troy Bayliss, and so Troy Corser would be cool. I'm going to be heading to the Australian Superbike race this weekend. Ernesto from Michelin is going to be there, and I'm going to photograph Mark Braxey. I think I said that already, because it'll be while he's actually commentating. But there'll be a couple other guys there, and hopefully, I think Mark's going to get me a media pass, so I'll be able to roam around to some good areas, which will be wicked. And I'm working on Daniel Sanders and Toby Price of Dakar fame. So we'll see if that happens. Really are quite an amazing number of incredible motorcyclists in Australia. Just world-class, top-of-the-line guys and girls. They come so far from this country to compete on the world stage. It's amazing. But when you look at the terrain that they can train on, it's similar to cyclists in Spain and France and Italy. They just have it here to become really good at, which is why Canadians are so good at hockey, because it's always cold. We should be better at rallying, though. I don't know why I don't have any Canadian rally races. Okay, so good morning from Bombala. A little campsite at the end. Well, I don't know if it's the end, because what do I know about geography? Part of the Snowy Mountains. That's what I do know. So, yeah, had a nice ride yesterday. Slept. That guy who just waved was like singing all night long, doing his karaoke, which was a bit of a pain in the ass. Let's go this way. Why do I not hear the Googles? Oh, fuck was that? I'm gonna head to Kuma I'm gonna head there. I don't know, maybe I'll have breakfast before there. Anyway, this town, Bombala, historic city, is where you can see platypuses. But I didn't see any platypuses. No platypuses for me. I did not put on my rain gear today. It's 15 degrees. And I don't know if that was a mistake. Looks like it's just going to be cloudy all day. Not raining. Last night when I started going to bed, kind of early, like 6 o'clock, it was freezing in my tent. But, and it was clear skied. And then after, I don't know, I woke up in the middle of the night, around 1 a.m., and it wasn't cold anymore. It was quite warm and it was overcast. So definitely when it's a clear sky, it's a lot colder. Yesterday, I was traveling behind these two guys on BMWs for a little bit, not too long, maybe a half an hour. I thought I was a pretty good distance behind one of the guys, and then he just ran over some animal, and he lifted it up and sent it flying pretty much into me. I was lucky it didn't like hit me straight on. It was fucking gross. It's just body went flying through the air, and you make you realize how quickly those things can change when somebody rides over something, and then immediately you're there. Get a sense of the speed. And by you, I mean me. What would you be doing there? I must be losing some weight because I'm barely eating, and I'm not terribly hungry either. I was a little hungry last night, but yesterday I had breakfast, and then I was kind of tired. I had a couple of coffees, and I had one of those sort of single servings, which is really a double serving of Oreos and a coffee, like a cold coffee. But no dinner last night. I went to bed, and I feel fine today. I'm a little hungry, and when I hit a town with a cafe, I'll definitely stop and eat there. So it's 8:30 in the morning. Well, look at that. So now I'm on the main highway towards Sydney, and very slow highways here, 110 kilometer max. So doing like, well, if anybody's listening, of course I'm only doing 110. 23 degrees now. I had lunch in this town called Kuma, I think that it was called. It's up sort of in the mountains, and now I'm more down on sea level. As you can see, the water. I should get to Sydney, what is it? It's 10 to 12 right now, and I should get to Sydney in about 3 hours, just before 3 o'clock. I'm getting to Sydney a couple of days earlier than I thought. So I've basically been on the road for about 20 days. And I've seen quite a bit. I think I need to tool around a little bit more from Sydney. The goal is to get up to the Gold Coast, and I think that's about as far as I'm going to go. Or perhaps I'll go up past the Gold Coast, and we'll see how far I get as long as I'm back to the Gold Coast for the 23rd to hopefully photograph Mick Doohan, as long as that goes through. We've exchanged a few emails, and he has agreed to do it on that day, so hopefully that happens. So we'll see how far we'll go. It doesn't take that long to get from Sydney to the Gold Coast, probably just a few days, so I'll probably kick around in Sydney for about a week, give or take. I have cousins there, and there's a bunch of people to photograph. And then I'll head north. I guess it gets warmer. Stop, revive, survive. It reminds me of India, how they have a lot of little rhymes about driving safely. So I'm just getting into Sydney. There was a whole bunch of roads that led to a tunnel. I have no idea if I'm in the right one. That was very confusing. I think I am. It said M5 to the M1. I came through a little bit of rain a few minutes ago, and I had to stop and put on my rain jacket. Then, of course, it stopped, and it got really hot because with the rain jacket, you have no ventilation. Anyway, now I'm about 43 minutes away from my cousin Leanne's house in South Curl, and they charge you for this tunnel. And of course, it says if you don't have tags or a transponder kind of thing, you go to some website, but you fly by the sign, you can't even see it. So I got to figure that out, and they give you 3 days to pay. So I'm not sure what that's about. Holy shit, is it hot in here? It's 33 degrees. Woo! No tag. Link.com.au. There it is. All right. Holy shit, there's a plane crossing right over us. Ah! 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 That was crazy. Okay, so I am... we'll put everything on. Why not? Just about a few minutes from the house. This is a much bigger city than Melbourne. Fuck, it's hot. Whew. 28 degrees. Local puppy. Yes, I remember being here. We're going to see the ocean any second. Any second. Any second. There it is. I never thought I'd be back here. Look at that. I think think I remember walking up here. I don't remember this crane. I don't think the crane was here last time I was here. This is Curl. I think. There's the house, the blue house. So I guess he's parking right in front of inside the house.
Your destination is on the left.